Dear students, welcome to this lesson on atmosphere and environment. Today you will learn about smoke and CFCs. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to state the sources of smoke, describe the effects of smoke, state the sources of CFCs, and describe the effects of CFCs. We will first learn about smoke. You must have noticed that smoke is formed when a material undergoes combustion. Smoke contains tiny suspended carbon particles called soot and ash. It also contains poisonous gases like carbon monoxide and acidic gases like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide. Let us now find out about some sources of smoke. These pictures illustrate a major source of smoke. Observe these pictures and identify the source. You must have noticed that a large amount of smoke is released during fires. For example, when a building has caught fire, when garbage is burned, or during forest fires. Another source of smoke is illustrated in this picture. Identify the source. Smoke is sometimes released from exhaust pipes of vehicles. This occurs when there is incomplete combustion of the fuel due to an inadequate air supply or faulty engine. Another major source of smoke is illustrated in this picture. Observe the picture and identify the source. A large amount of smoke is produced in factories and released from their chimneys. This picture illustrates another source of smoke. Can you identify this source? Charcoal grills produce a lot of smoke when operated. Identify the source of smoke illustrated in this picture. Burning of cigarette produces smoke. Note that smoke from cigarette is a major source of indoor air pollution. This picture illustrates a natural source of smoke. Observe the picture and identify the source. Large amounts of smoke is released into the air during volcanic eruptions. Let's have a quick check on what you have learned. State some sources of smoke. These are fires, exhaust pipes of vehicles, chimneys of factories, charcoal grills, cigarette smoke, and volcanic eruptions. Inhaling smoke can have serious effects on health. Let's find out about the effects of inhaling smoke. Air containing smoke has less oxygen. Thus, inhaling smoke causes suffocation due to this reduced oxygen content. Smoke contains carbon monoxide. As you have learned previously, carbon monoxide combines with hemoglobin in the blood and reduces oxygen transport in the body. This leads to headaches, nausea, loss of consciousness, and even death. Smoke also contains acidic gases like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide. You have learned in the previous lesson that these gases cause irritation of the eyes and the skin, as well as respiratory problems. Sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide also cause acid rain. Remember that acid rain kills plants and aquatic organisms. It also corrodes steel structures and erodes limestone structures. Let's now check what you have learned. Describe the effects of inhaling smoke. Air containing smoke carries less oxygen and causes suffocation. Since smoke contains carbon monoxide, it causes headaches, nausea, loss of consciousness, and death. Smoke contains acidic gases like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide, which cause eye and skin irritation, respiratory problems, and acid rain. We will now learn about another air pollutant, CFCs. CFCs is the short form for chlorofluorocarbons. CFCs are compounds which are made up of carbon, fluorine, and chlorine. One example is CFCl3. In one molecule of CFCl3, one carbon atom is chemically joined to one fluorine atom and three chlorine atoms. It is interesting to know that CFCs were developed in the 1930s and were widely used since they are not toxic and not flammable. However, it was found that CFCs had detrimental effects on the environment. Thus, the Montreal Protocol put an end to the widespread use of CFCs in 1989. Note that CFCs have a lifespan of 20 to 100 years in the atmosphere. This means that their harmful effects can be felt for decades even after their use has been stopped. Let's now have a look at some sources of CFCs. CFCs were used as coolant for refrigerators and air conditioners. They were also used as propellants for aerosol sprays. CFCs were used as solvents for cleaning computer parts and circuit boards. They were also used as dry cleaning agents for clothes. You have now learned about some sources of CFCs. Now let us have a look at the effects of CFCs on the environment. To understand the effects of CFCs, you must first learn about the ozone layer. The Earth's atmosphere is surrounded by an ozone layer which is composed of ozone molecules. One ozone molecule has formula O3 and it consists of 3 atoms of oxygen chemically joined together. Ozone absorbs harmful ultraviolet rays from the sun. Note that ultraviolet rays cause skin cancers and eye diseases like cataracts. CFCs evaporate and reach the ozone layer in the upper atmosphere. In the upper atmosphere, ultraviolet rays break down CFC molecules and release free chlorine atoms. The free chlorine atoms hit against ozone molecules in the ozone layer. This causes the ozone molecule to break down, resulting in a decrease in ozone molecules in the ozone layer. As you have seen, CFCs are responsible for breaking down ozone molecules. This results in holes in the ozone layer. The name given to this phenomenon is ozone layer depletion. The holes in the ozone layer allow the harmful ultraviolet rays from the sun to enter the atmosphere. Thus, there is an increased risk of having skin cancers and eye diseases. Let's now have a quick check on what you have learned. Describe the effects of CFCs on the environment. CFCs deplete the ozone layer and allow harmful ultraviolet rays from the sun to enter the atmosphere. This increases the risk of skin cancers and eye diseases. We have now reached the end of this lesson. Let's summarize what you have learned. Some sources of smoke include fires, exhaust pipes of vehicles, chimneys of factories, cigarette smoke, charcoal grills, and volcanic eruptions. Inhaling smoke causes suffocation, respiratory problems, skin and eye irritation, carbon monoxide poisoning. The sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide in smoke also cause acid rain. CFCs were used as coolants in refrigerators and air conditioners. They were also used as propellants in aerosol sprays, solvents for cleaning electronic equipment, and dry cleaning agents for clothes. CFCs are responsible for the depletion of the ozone layer. This allows harmful UV rays to enter the atmosphere, resulting in an increased risk of skin cancers and eye diseases. This lesson was presented by Ms. Dukia, chemistry educator. Thank you for your attention.